Hello guys, it's Darksigner here from the German Duel Masters channel and welcome back to another video. Today I got the winning deck profile from IDC4 for you guys, and this deck was piloted by Hymne, a community member out of our German community, and yeah, he did really well with this deck. Didn't come through in IDC2 or 3 I think with this deck, but he picked it again in IDC4 and managed to take the first place. And so let's start with the profile. The two finishers of his deck are the one Bloom Urkis Flare Guardian and the German Duel the Hypnotic. Those are both two very good options as they both have 8.5k power. So they basically run over almost anything, at least everything that's relevant. And Bloom Urkis has a Balmedius-like effect that plays around shield triggers. But of course the opponent still gets the card and it's a bit susceptible against something like Aqua Surfer. But you still get the shield knowledge and also can use stuff like Holy or Terror Pit against the opponent, which is very nice. And Glena is a bit like a Wise Starnoid type effect. So against aggressive decks you can go aggressive with this one, and then he has to answer your creatures with shield triggers, and then you survive longer because you get shields yourself. And for the rest of the Guardian engine, he plays 4 Mistria Sonic Guardian and 4 Palaolesis Morning Guardian alongside 4 Laura Giga Sky Guardian. And to round off the Guardians, he plays 1 Fal Iga just to have the flexible spot to retrieve a spell out of his grave. And yeah, the main creature of this deck is Mistria Sonic Guardian. He gets all his advantage with this card, and if it can survive a few turns, the deck snowballs so hard you can't really deal with his board after a few turns. And to complement the Mistrias, he plays the Palaolesis, which gets him out of the range of most commonly played fire spells like Volcano Charger or Phantom Dragon's Flame, so you can't kill Mistrias that easily anymore. And another card that keeps Mistrias around is the 2 copies of Petrova, Channel of Suns. Most of the time he's calling Guardians, and then Mistrias basically goes out of the range of every kill spell that is in the Fire Civilization, so you need other removal spells to deal with it. And the 4 Laura Giga are just there to get cheap draw power through Mistrias. Basically you can always play 1 Laura Giga with the spells or creatures that you would have cast anyway in the turn. So it's a nice extra. And also the Laura Giga and the 2 Marrow Ooze are for the rush matchup, so you can survive a bit longer against that deck. Just stick a few chump blockers out there and try to survive. And to round off the creatures, he plays 1 Thrash Crawler. It's basically the same purpose as Fal Iga, just the one-off flexible retrieval card, just for mana instead of the graveyard. And the last 4 creatures are 4 Giga Balsa, which is his discard source, and he also needs some darkness creatures for the effect of Hydro Hurricane. And the 4 Giga Balsas are there. You could swap them out with Locomotivers, but Hymne figured out that many people were on Locomotiver in their Rub decks, or maybe he even anticipated some Hydrus. So Locomotiver is more commonly played than Giga Balsa, but they both do the same thing. So he wanted to have the other race, so he can call Chimera with Petrova if he needed to, because if you need to call Hadrian, you could lose out on some advantage because you give your opponent power as well. Hymne said after the tournament that's just a flexible spot. You can play Locomotive if you want to, or if your meta plays some Chimera deck, maybe around Gigazalt or Phantomac or some sort of deck like that, then you could swap them out for Locomotivers. And so now let's go to the spells. So we have 3 Miraculous Snare and 3 Terror Pit as removal spells. Miraculous Snare is just basically the best removal in the game, and you just want to attack if you know you're going to win safely, so it's not a problem that your opponent gains shields. And Terror Pit is just so nice because of its shield trigger effect that can save you, and also it has no power condition, it can just kill basically anything. And then he has 2 Holy Awe also as shield trigger defense, and because his boards get quite huge, and that can break a whole opposing board if you just tap everything and then attack over it. So basically it's a mass removal spell for this deck. And his draw engine consists of 4 Energy Stream and 2 Eureka Charger, and also the 2 Zombie Carnival to retrieve all his Guardians because he mainly plays Guardians. And yeah, Eureka Charger is just the additional draw power. Of course, Energy Stream is the best draw card in this deck, but Eureka Charger can win you the Lost Soul Race. And while we're talking about it, let's go over the last 5 spells of this deck. I call them the power spells. He plays 2 Lost Soul and 3 Hydro Hurricane. Yeah, Hydro Hurricane being the best spell card in this deck. That gives him such a huge advantage if he has his board set up. You just get rid of all your opposing mana and bounce some troublesome creatures. It's really why this deck has its name, Hydro Hurricane Control. It's such a good card, and the deck is built around this card specifically, and yeah, it served Hymne well. Congrats again on his IDC4 win, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. If you have any suggestions or questions, leave them down in the comments below, and yeah, let's see you at another video.